Tanabe,
What? Huh?
producer of the
Who?
Metroid Prime series, baby! We've decided to make Metroid Prime 4 the centerpiece of E3 2019, making it our main game of the year. Is everything ready? Yeah, we're gonna have to start over. I'll call Retro. Praise the Nintendo gods! Retro Studios has come at the darkest of hours to save Metroid Prime 4 like a knight in shining armor. This is the best thing that could happen to Prime 4.
Whoa, hold up. You're actually happy about this complete redo?
Well, maybe not happy, more like relieved. It's been more or less a year and a half since Metroid Prime 4 was announced, and we've had zero official news about the game. No new cinematic trailer, gameplay trailers, or even a teaser trailer. Absolutely nothing until now. In a video released on the morning of January 25th, Senior Managing Executive Officer Shinya Takahashi finally gave us some news.
We're in development hell!
Well, okay then. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't shocked. Going into 2019, I thought this was the year we would finally see our first glimpse of Prime 4. Granted, I still didn't think it would come out this year, but 2019 felt like the right time to at least release a trailer. Instead, Nintendo reveals Metroid Prime 4 is nowhere near their standards, the current development team is not working out, and development has moved to Retro Studios, restarting the entire development process. Guess I was a little off on that one.
What? This is terrible news! What if Retro also fails? We may never see another Metroid game ever again!
Calm down, it'll be okay. This is the exact step Tanabe needed to take, considering their current circumstance. In fact, Nintendo games are not unfamiliar with big delays. As Nintendo fans have quoted time and time again, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. Just take a look at the Zelda series. Starting with Ocarina of Time, every 3D Zelda in one form or another has been delayed, except maybe Majora's Mask. Breath of the Wild is no different, experiencing delay after excruciating delay. Nintendo even released a Breath of the Wild video to announce one of their delays, similar to the Prime 4 delay video. In that video, Aonuma explained the current deadline of 2015 wasn't possible if they wanted to reach Breath of the Wild's true potential. Instead of being chained down to a deadline, Aonuma wanted to be sure to add all the new possibilities his team was creating, and not rush the development. See, that sounds less like development hell, and more like we want to take our time with this. Metroid Prime 4, on the other hand. Okay guys, it's really bad. Really bad. I mean, I've seen dumpster fires before, but this is more like a junkyard bonfire. We're gonna have to start all over. Please, please don't be mad at us. I'm calling Retro. They're gonna come over and fix this whole thing. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Can you imagine the terrible state Prime 4 was in? What was going on? I guess it shows you not everybody can make an amazing Metroid Prime game, but that begs the question, who was working on the game? Remember how I said there was zero official news about Prime 4? That's true, but that didn't stop rumors from spreading. After some searching on LinkedIn, people found evidence that an employee from Bandai Namco Singapore was supposedly working on the game. The guy didn't try hard to hide it. Then in September 2018, Tom Phillips from Eurogamer confirmed the rumor to be true, according to his sources. He also mentioned how Bandai Namco Singapore were the developers of the cancelled Star Wars 1313. 1313. A LucasArts game centered on a younger Boba Fett. Oh, Boba Fett? Samus Aran? They're both bounty hunters. That makes sense. You could argue that, but 1313, 1313, 1313 didn't have a smooth development process. Many blame Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilms for 1313's cancellation, but there might have been a lot more than that going on. According to Jason Schreier of Kotaku, sorry if I butchered your name, 1313 was scrapped and refocused multiple times before arriving on Boba Fett, and then cancelled. To me, that's a sign of development not going well. So perhaps Bandai Namco Singapore was again having trouble, this time with Metroid Prime 4. Evidently, Tom Phillips added an update to his article about Bandai Namco Japan taking the lead on Metroid Prime 4 development instead of Singapore. Tom states it's because Singapore is working on another Switch game, but I can't help but think Prime 4 development was going south, and Bandai Namco Japan decided to step in. Unfortunately for the company, they couldn't save it. Now, Nintendo could have canceled Metroid Prime 4 altogether and avoid talking about it until years down the line. But instead, Tanabe regrouped, grabbed a reliable developer studio and got back to work. If anything, it shows how determined he is to release this game. Of course, Retro Studios working on Prime 4 doesn't automatically make it all better. This technically isn't the same studio that worked on the Prime trilogy, with key members of that original development team leaving in the past few years. However, it's hard to deny Retro's quality work, even if it does take an eternity to release a game. If they put as much care into Prime 4 as they did Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, I'm sure they can reach Prime trilogy quality. Plus, with Tanabe giving his story and game direction, I don't think there's much to worry about. I don't mean to sound like everyone is freaking out about this delay. Actually, I'd say most people are handling the news fairly well. Metroid fans are not unfamiliar with waiting, so perhaps this doesn't sting as bad as, say, a Mario or Zelda title. It still hurts that we have to wait an indefinite amount of time, but when we finally see the gameplay trailer for Prime 4 at E3 2043, I'm sure we'll be thanking them from the bottom of our hearts. That said, you want to know what would make me feel better, Nintendo? How about a Direct? Is that too much to ask for? I know. Patience. Practice what you preach. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for watching. How do you feel about the Metroid Prime 4 delay? Please let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, consider subscribing to our channel or Podbean. Shout out to our patrons, Chris, Chase, Rat MVP, My Echo, and Joseph. Here's hoping for some more Here's hoping for some more delightful news in the coming weeks. Goodbye, you good people.